Okay, the future of Wi-Fi is finally here. This is one of the first 802.11ax Wi-Fi routers to hit the market, and at the time of making this video, Netgear and TP-Link also have a couple of models that support this technology. But if you're an ASUS fan, it's either this or the more expensive ROG version, which is the RT-AX1100. This one here is the this one here is the AX6000, which basically means this unit handles up to 6,000 megabits per second internally across all the channels and antennas simultaneously. They both have a quad-core 1.8 GHz CPU, which is quite common in ASUS routers anyway. So, of course, with 802.11ax, one of the biggest advantages is it supports orthogonal frequency division multiple access, which wasn't available in 802.11ac. So now I'm just going to lift the cover off this box to see what's inside. Now at this point you would have guessed that this is the second best Wi-Fi router that ASUS offers. The ROG version costs about 50% more. However, this one also supports WTE fast. Now I personally haven't used this before. However, if you're interested in what this does, which I'm sure most of you already know, please pause the video here and read through this brochure if you're interested. So I'm just going to remove this for now. Now here there is a slight, I suppose, warning or important piece of information that basically says if your Wi-Fi module is on this list here, then you should upgrade the drivers to prevent connectivity issues with 802.11ax routers. So I take it this issue doesn't just affect this router, but it's probably more of a general thing for the standard. Now that's just some information on how to download the driver. Right, so there's nothing interesting here, so I'm just going to take this and put it aside. Now once again, this is not the ROG version of the router. This is what it is, so I'm just going to remove it out of the tray. Now the ROG version has 8 antennas. This is a 4x4 Wi-Fi router that has 2 radios, one on the 2.4 gig frequency and the other on 5. The ROG version has 3 radios, so basically it has one on 2.4 and 2 on 5 gigahertz. And the idea being you can allocate one of the 5 gig radios only to your gaming peripherals. Now, if we take a look at the back here, it's got a gigabit WAN port. It's got a USB 3 super speed a connector. Now we've got the 2 coaxial antenna connections here, and we've got 8 gigabit local area network RJ45 ports, and all the way to the right we've got the WPS button, and we've got this red button here which I believe is a reset button, and then we've got a power switch. Now before we move on, I just want to point out that this unit supports 802.3AD link aggregation, which means if your broadband connection exceeds 1 gigabits per second, then you could use two of the, or rather the WAN port along with one of the LAN ports, as they're both gigabit ports, and you could run 2 RJ45 cables two Ethernet cables from these 2 RJ45 ports to your modem, and that will give you a combined speed of 2 gigabits per second. Now, as you would have noticed, this unit does not come with a modem built in, which is quite common across high-end routers anyway. Therefore, it lacks an RJ45 port. Now, if we look at the front, there is an LED button and a Wi-Fi button. the functions of which I'm not quite sure, as I haven't used this before. And over here, there's a flap, and once again, I'm not sure what it reveals, but I suspect it could be another USB 3 port for easy access from the front. Now, I'm just going to remove this tray just to show you what we have underneath it. So we've got the four antennas here. Once again, this is a 4x4 unit. So this is this is kind of like a gold trim, and obviously the ROG variant would come with a red trim instead. And in this box here, we've got 3 pieces of Cat 5e Ethernet cable, and we've got 2 power cords there, one with a UK plug and the other with an EU plug, and they both have the same clover leaf type connector at the end. Forgive me for not being able to remember what the technical name of this connector is. This is a standard 65 watt power adapter. So how do we know that? Well, 19 volts times 3.42 gives you about 65 watts. And that's it really. Oh yes, so just want to mention that at the time this video is made, only Samsung and Apple have smartphones that support 802.11ax. Thankfully though, it's quite cheap and easy to upgrade existing laptops and desktop PCs to support 802.11ax. This can be done by purchasing a Wi-Fi module such as the one that's shown on the screen. Now, if you want to do this, just search for this module, which is called the Intel AX200. This is the only module that Intel makes at the moment, and there is only one other module on the market, which is made by Killer. As you can see, these are M.2 2230 Wi-Fi modules that are both A and E keyed, and so they should fit in most modern laptops. Just keep in mind though that these are 2x2 Wi-Fi modules, which means they need 2 Wi-Fi antennas connected for optimum performance. I definitely recommend doing this because 802.11ax brings a lot of benefits, such as BSS coloring. They are not only faster, but they are very efficient because of the way 802.11ax uses the same channel to address multiple devices at the same time. And among many other improvements, 802.11ax is also immune to deauthentication attacks. So that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching